hello you, welcome to Geekism. So there's been a little bit of an update, a little DLC pack released for City Skylines while I've been away. So I've got it, and I thought we'd have a little look at it. It's called Concerts. I'm pretty sure, from what I can see, we just get one little building, and that is here. And it's called a concert festival area, there we go, attracting tourists to infuse your city with musical vibes by building a festival area. Organising successful music events and festivals allows the festival area to be upgraded to have even larger memorable events. It's a new type of building, I think. I don't think there's anything else in the game that does this, where the same building actually specifically has to be upgraded by doing stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think it's a new thing. So I'd like to put this into place, and rather than just sort of plonking it down, I think we need to kind of build an area for it, lots of car parking and things like that, maybe like a bus route through to it as well. So I'm thinking here, in this open area here, let's just get off this grid so we can have a good look. Originally I was going to place it up, you know, do a little one here. I was assuming you would get sort of 3 or 4 different stadiums, large ones, little ones. I was going to put a little one up in the university, but because it's this one building that gets upgraded, I feel like it really should have its own sort of space. So the obvious choice here, for me personally, is to do it next to the national park here, and maybe even off this road here, and have this as a real large car park area. So that is pretty sure that is what we're going to do. So let's bring a road up. We'll just do a regular road, and we'll have it pretty square, I think. Let's see if we can put it here so it's roughly 90 degrees. So that's 90 degrees. It gives a bit of a weird angle onto that road, though. It's not too bad. That's going to be our space. Now, let's have a think about this. What we wanted to do is have another tiny little road. I don't know whether we can do it off this sort of pavementy road. Let's just try. Because ideally, I mean, you don't want it just off the road, so hopefully we can add it onto these roads. Let's have a look. Where are you? There you are. Hopefully, yeah, you fit onto there, which is great. And that gives us 7 on one side and 7 on the other. Oh, that's perfect. So hopefully we can plonk you down like that. I don't know how many people that kind of covered. That's the only problem. Let's have a look. Just get rid of it. Put it back in, because it does have an area of influence that isn't very large, to be honest. So that's kind of my worry, is that it only makes a couple of people happy. Let me just put one down here and see. Building already exists. Oh, you can literally just have one. Okay, let's just get rid of you a second. Let's put you down somewhere here so I can see if it affects houses. Yeah, see, the ones that are close, it affects, but the ones a bit further out, it makes them happy. So I think maybe then we should look at building it more towards the tourist area, maybe somewhere like here, and do some car parking here. I mean, we could do it here on the riverfront. That could be quite cool, couldn't it? Like a riverfront stadium. Oh yeah, okay, let's do that then. Let's get rid of all this. I was hoping it would have a bit of a wider area, you see, and it doesn't. So let's get rid of this to fight another day. This area can probably be more housing and stuff later on. Let's instead turn this riverfront into our stadium. So this is, I mean, the obvious entrance is this island here. So we'll bring a road up into a car park area here, and then we'll have the stadium itself. Oh, I don't know really. We want to try and hit some of these houses, don't we? Let's have another look at the spacing of it. Where are your concerts? There we go. So this interior circle needs to be there. So there we'll hit a bit of tourists, not loads actually. So really we kind of want it this side with parking over here. Okay, well we can do that. We can do that. Let's do a road going off here. And put it at a bit of an angle, and we'll follow it round as best we can, like this, to, I mean, the obvious thing is to join it up to this entrance, this exit here, but I don't really want to make it a one-way road. Maybe not then. Maybe let's have it go into here. Let's have it going under this road to here if we can. Yeah, that works, I think, just. Or is that, does that only work because we've got road anarchy on? Let's have a look. Oh, wow. Okay, so we can get rid of, do we move it? Let's move you out of the way. Sorry. Let's get you, and we need to bring you up a little, don't we? Just a little, nothing major. But I'll tell you what we can do actually. Let's pause the game because that's going to help us out a lot. So we'll bring you up a little. We'll bring you up a little. Okay, that should be okay, I think. The street lamps are a little low, but I think that we'll get away with that. In fact, let's double click and lift them all together. There we go. And then the only main problem we have is this little bit here is a little crazy now, so let's just bring you up just to help. There we go. That's hopefully helping. I mean, this is still a little funky here, but I think overall, without really spending more time on it, it's not horrific. That's a little better. Oops, no, let's get rid of that kink. Okay, so now we can go under there. That's good. Let's move you and put you back in place. So you're still doing the good stuff. There we go. So now we have a big entrance here and a big entrance over here as well. And I just want to put you out a little. Just a tad. I don't know why, but oh no, that's not quite right. Okay, cool. So there we go. That's this is going to be our space for our concert area. So let's get one of these paths in, and we'll have the stadium. Oh, I don't know whether we should have it here and have parking over a walkway. That's something we could do. Let's have another look at how much space it takes up. That's a very done thing, having parking over a walkway. We could have it like here. No, it's getting quite noisy there, isn't it? Maybe we'd be better off. I think we're going to be better off here, to be honest. So we'll put it into place. Hopefully, we can put it into place over here. So let's have a road that comes out there, and hell, let's just join it up for now. And hopefully we can fit there. I've got a feeling the slope's going to be a little close, a little too steep. Might have to do a bit of something about that. Oh no, it's going to let me put it there. What does it do to it? Oh, it just gives us a massive... gives them that massive thing there. That's just no good, is it? Yeah, okay. We're going to have to edit this a little. Although it looks good. I mean, it's the right sort of space for it. Let's just try move it and see what happens. If we bring it up, maybe if we go halfway in the middle. I mean, the other option is to this is looking horrific. The other option is to sort of level out the terrain here a little as best we can. Oh, it's really funky because of the road. Okay, let's get rid of the road. Let's it's doing that thing like it does. Okay, let's do that instead then. Okay. Let's get rid of this bit of road. Oh wow, that really does do some funky stuff. Look at that. Okay, so leveling the road. Let's get the brush size up a bit. Okay. So let's just get you all level out. There we go. Let's move you back down to where you were, because you're not helping now. Let's get you flat. And then once it's flat, we'll level out to that level, basically, and then put the roads back in. And we'll just have a bit of a cliffside here, but that's okay. Kind of okay with that. I mean, I could spend the time to get rid of it, but I think with the water there, it actually kind of makes sense to have a bit of a cliff. Okay, that's about right. So let's go back to here. And this level here, we want to get rid of all of this, basically. So all the roads that we do are going to be at the right sort of angle. I mean, there's a bit of a slope there, but to be honest with you, yeah, I think we should probably do the whole thing, shouldn't we? Because this is basically going to be the great car park. So let's soften terrain instead of thinking it. There we go. And just kind of hopefully get rid of anything other than a very slight slope up to it. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay, good. So now we've done that, we can put the roads back in. Bit of a funky process, but I think it's okay in the end. Put that road in there, and we want a nice sweeping curve that kind of follows the path of least resistance, so to speak. So bring you there, and then just finish you off to the island there. That's good. And then we'll go back to this. Basically, I don't want that to be on a road. I think that's a bit of a weird thing to have that on a road. There we go. And then we'll just very slightly move it across so it kind of fills its own space in a bit more. There we go. Alright, kind of happy with that. Now we want all this to be car park, basically. So let's go to our car parks. I think we might have to use the searchy feature. We've got these like these custom shaped long things that we can kind of use to like fill up space like this. Let's see what these look like if we do that. Oops, do you want to do that? Yes. Wow, makes a funky little pattern. But when we come out of it, it just gives us a really it's not bad, but it's not great, is it, though? So let's get rid of all these. Oh, dear. Why does this pop up every single time? Is there a way to turn that off? Is it you? No, you're underground, aren't you? Okay, so let's get rid of these. Okay, I think what we need to do is do, like, shorter runs of them. With some paving in the middle of them, with some trees and things. So let's go back to that. Let's do custom 1x14, 1x12. Okay, we're going down. 1x1, 1x10. Oh, okay, so it's numerical, isn't it? So we need something like 1x6. That would probably make more sense. In fact, I think we have some larger parking lots already done, don't we? So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. 4x8. We don't really want you gated. Kind of when you're open. Plain with open ends. Plain parking 4x2. Ah, here we go. Plain left open. Plain parking 4x10. That seems a bit more like it. So let's do them like that. Oh, we can't quite get them in. I'll tell you what, we'll put it in like that, and then we'll use move it just to kind of fill that gap out in the same way as the others. Okay, there we go. In fact, I might select all of you and move you all so you're kind of sorting out the middle. Okay, there we go. And then we'll have this road. This road won't go to there without being raised, so let's not do that. Let's just do it like this. Yeah, okay. It's just mostly so cars can get there, because what we will do now is we'll go to the concrete cover. Let's try the paint. Talking of paint, I've just reminded myself something. Which one is it? Paint. Here. So pavement, we should be able to get a pretty decent size of brush now. And, kind of fill this in. Oops, what is that? Just want to do that. There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. There we go. Just so it's kind of seamless. We won't be able to do it here until we put another row of these in. So let's just quickly do that. That one, wasn't it? Or did we search? No, we searched, didn't we? So what were they? Were you 4x10? Yeah, 4x10. Okay, well, let's do another row of you. Yeah, there we go. And then that should probably do for parking, I think. I mean, that is loads of parking. But, you know, that is the sort of thing you would have, isn't it? So now we can do another row of pavement. or you know, whatever it's called, road with pavement. There we go. And I think, yeah, I mean, it's a little funky with the terrain, but overall, if we can just figure that little bit out there to make it a little less obvious, that's better. Okay, cool. Right, so let's finish off that pavement paint. I can never remember which one it is. That one, isn't it? There we go. Really understated little button in the corner. So we'll just quickly do that. Oh, that's letting me do it pretty much. That's good. Oh, apart from the tiniest little bits, but they're okay. We can fill those in. So that's good. And then here we can do, although it's taking away the other side a little, so we have to be careful about that. Do all this, and then we do that and that. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So let's just quickly fill this end bit in. And it doesn't really have to go anywhere neat, this. I just want it to kind of fill that space there underneath. You'll never see that joint not joined up to the other side, so I'm more than happy with that. Let's get rid of these few trees here and here. Okay, do we want the area around it concreted? I think we do. I actually think we do, and I think we've gone a bit too low with that as well. Let's just bring you up to kind of where you should be, based on the pathing. Which is like there. And then the pathing is a little off. Do you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to delete you and put you down again. That's probably the easiest thing to do. So where was it? It was in unique, and then stadium buildings. There we go. And then it will click. I mean, it's annoying that it's not quite lined up in one way or the other. That's probably the better option. And all these paths are walk-aroundable. Making up words now, aren't I? Now we do have a concrete piece that we can use here somewhere. There we go. And that will help us just sort of fill in. Oh, that's not going to do that. Okay, well it will fill in there. Where were the other little gaps? Here, there's one here. Should fill that in quite nicely. There as well. Okay. Oh yeah, nice bit of car parking. Okay, that's good. And stadium-wise, I mean, I think I want it to be concreted, at least this front bit, and then a bit of trees at the back to sort of, as if it's like a bit of noise dampening over into the estate here. So we'll do that. So yeah, let's do it with the painter, and we'll just knock the brush size down a little, and we'll just, oh, it's affecting that. That's the problem. I don't really want it to do that, but I'm happy for it to. No, it's just not going to do it, is it? Okay, let's get to there on either side. We'll go a little smaller. Okay, and then we'll use our trusty little painty blob. I think the reason I don't like to use this completely is because I think it's not quite as effective, sort of, you know, PC wise. Does that make sense? Go back to this, knock it right down, and just clear off there. Can I? Oh no, I don't want to do that either. I want to get. Basically want to get rid of that little line, but it's just not letting me do it. Well, it's okay. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll pop a fence there, and hopefully we can cover it up with some fencings, because that is really just not wanting to do it. Which is fine, though. You know, it doesn't want to, it doesn't want to. I'd rather neaten it up a little with this. There we go. And have a neat line we can fix, or neatish line at least that we can fix. With stuff. Yeah, it's not happening. Okay, that's pretty good. All right, so we've got that. I want to put a few trees down at the back here. Let's go right round to. Oh no, these are parks. Sorry, so we want trees. There we go. We'll just use some regular ones, and we'll knock a brush up with a strong strength, just to kind of fill in this space here. Might have to do them manually because that doesn't seem to want to put them down. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to fill that in. some little ones as well. Again, just kind of make it a pretty big tree area there. There we go. Good stuff. So I don't want to do too much around it because I want to see what happens with it when it levels up, you know, because you know the line goes to here, so there's a possibility of stuff appearing there. So I'm going to be a little bit easy off. We've got a bus station here, which is perfect, and we've got a pretty decent size car park there. And I would like to maybe put in a couple of the multi-stories as well at the back. Oh, look at these multi-end platform station. There we go. Multi-story. What are you? Fire station. Yeah, I'd like to put a couple of these in. Oh, but I'd like to do that way around. Yeah. So let's just put a little road in the middle of this. Ooh, let's turn some snapping off. There we go. Hopefully we can not quite do it in the middle. That's really annoying. Tell you what we'll do. Oh, now I do want snapping on. Here we go. Let's do a length as well. Let's do 5 by 5. There we go. And then we can go back to our multi-stories. Pop them there, and oh, is that not enough? Is it too big? I would like you there. You're going to overtake that, aren't you? A little. Okay, we could maybe fix that with move it. I just quite like the idea of having those either end there as like an extra bit of overflow car parking that they'll probably ever be used. But we'll bring you out a little. There we go. That's not too bad. Doesn't really affect it too much there. That's fine. So happy with that. I want to fill it in with a little bit of concrete. Let's do with this one because we know this one works a little better when you're using small spaces. Whoops. We'll just fill this in here. There we go. Because the other one doesn't really play nicely with the paths. As you can see, kind of here, where it's filled in little gaps. I mean, we can try it, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna. Yeah, it does this like thing where it rides through. That's okay as long as we can get it down to the actual outdoor car parking there. So that's not a problem. There we go. We've got Miller Street and Audrey Street runs around there, so we can put a little thing here, and then. You know, that's pretty good. I think nice space. Looks right. Looks about as big as it should probably for this, especially once this gets bigger. So I don't really want to do too much there just now. Like I say, I want to kind of see what happens with it. But one thing I do want to do is do some fencing along this wall here, so that it looks a little bit more enclosed. So let's have a look at some nice high fencing. Proper sort of security fencing. Let's have a look at that one. Prison fence. We need to turn prop anarchy on, which is Shift and P. Yeah, there we go. And Control A, I think, isn't it? So brush size single. Oh, there we go. But yeah, it's not letting. Oh no, there's a thing we have to do, isn't there? Let me see if I can remember this now. Is it Control A? No, there's one we have to do that usually used to come up here where you can turn off the fact that it's going to run into the... Is it that one? There we go. Options. There. Now you can. Now I can place it anywhere, can't I? Oh no, I still can't. Is it only when I do a line I can do that? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's fine. So we'll turn fence mode on. Fence mode. I think I want that one, or maybe that's a bit intense. I don't know. Maybe something more like that. Yeah. More like that sort of size. So that's pretty low still, isn't it? I feel like that one would make more sense to have this big old thing here. Yeah, we'll do that one then. Okay, cool. So let's put the curve on it, and we'll start it from here. There we go. And then it's quite a short one to start off with, because it's just going to here. That doesn't quite cover it. Although I tell you what, that's okay, I think, actually, because we've got the gateway there as well. So here, there's a very slight curve, but not much. And that should take us roughly to the same point, I think. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And then we'll start again from here. And again, a very slight curve to there. And then another one. We might as well carry this up, and we can always just change it if we need to. And really, this one should take us right to here. You know, because it's all going to be the same land. So, might have to do it in bits. Let's go there. And not quite. It's a bit of a guessing game, really, to get this sort of stuff to look good, I've found. So that's a bit too much. Let's try there. There we go. It's almost perfect, that, I think. Good. And then we'll go right around here as best we can. There we go. And up. Let's not push it. Let's just go to... Oh, not that much. There. There. Okay. Fence placing with John T. Aren't we loving it? We go to... What's a little bit in the way of the bus stop there. There we go. That's more like it. And then here, we kind of just need it to sort of wrap towards the end of this, you know? That should be okay. Let's go to there. And then it's really a straight line to the edge of this. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll finish off a little bit of detailing around there. Okay, cool. So we've kind of boxed the whole area in. We need a gate now that's open, but looks good. Industrial fence. Oh, that might have been... Is that the one we wanted? After all this? Oh no, it's a bit too short as well still, isn't it? So let's have a look at gates. We've got this one that we might have to move into place. We've got that one I think is probably better suited. Oh no, there's not really any suitable gates. But I do want... Oh my god, why is that so huge? Oh, is it just close to the camera? Yeah, it was. I kind of want these in place as well. These are cool. So how do we turn around? There we go. There we go. So we want one of these here. Although, I mean, it's not quite the right length. It needs to be longer, but it'll do. And we'll put you there, and we'll fix sure we move it in a minute. I noticed that you're a bit funky. There we go. So let's just move it on the go for you. Bring you up a little. There we go. Perfect. Finds it for you once it's there. So really, I'm thinking actually rather than a gate. Well, that looks cool. What are you? Metal awning. Oh, I feel like I want you somewhere. I want you over here by the bus stop for people to put bikes. You can have a bike area. That's what you're going to be. Yeah, just there. Good. And I think there's even a bike holder thing, isn't there? Here we go. Large. Oh my god, no, not you. What are you? Bike middle. I thought that there was a bike lock thing. I'm sure I've put one of those down before in the past. That's a little work on that. But what I did like was that. There we go. If we can get one of these down somewhere. So bikes coming to here. There we go. Little things like that. They just make me happy. And we need we need another gate on this side, don't we? Let's find which one it was we were using. There. Need to fill this out here. Oops. Didn't even mean to put that down then. Let's fix you. What are you? Can we get rid of it? No. Okay, we'll just go with that for now. The road's a little funky here now, isn't it? I wonder if this should be one junction. I think it probably should, shouldn't it? We're making a junction for no real reason there, so let's fix that, and then we'll open it and actually see if anything happens. I hope something does. Oh, you still put a junction in. That's really annoying. Let's get rid of you. Let's. You can. Didn't mean to do that. Still no undo button, is there? This is going to make a big old problem here, I think. Oh no. Okay, I think I can cope with that. What we do need to do is get this road here to that one there, and then I think we're alright. Oops. Can I just make you be on the ground? Yeah, there we go. Why is it? Why? Oh, were you one way, were you? That might have been an issue. Okay, you're not one way anymore. Because I said so. Drag you out a little. There we go. And we'll leave that open there for now. Okay, there we go. We've got rid of a funky junction that was there. Let's just get rid of Daffodil Street for a second and see if we can make that a bit neater. It's really annoying that it can insist on putting that in there. Tell you what, let's get rid of you. It's actually where the ground is where it's starting to get raised as opposed to where it's joining. So let's do this. Let's put you down. Okay, and then we'll get rid of a little bit more of you. And then we can do something funky. So we can should be able to join you up now. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. No, do what you need to do. There we go. Okay, no matter what, where that comes off the ground, that makes a junction. So it's not really a junction, is it? But it makes a thing. I just didn't want it to be too close. Okay, so we've messed up a little, but overall now we have one junction going in, and then this road here now needs to go to there. So that's fine. We can do that. We can just throw the road back in. Let's do a little wiggly woo. There we go. And why are you raised? There is absolutely no reason for that to happen at all. So there we go. And then we can get rid of that trait. And everything else is good. Okay, cool. Right, so there we go. We're near enough sorted now. I need to do something about this because it's horrific. So let's just drag you there. Whoops. I don't want to go... Well, I suppose we could just take the issue to there. There we go. That kind of fixes all that as well. So we've got some floating cars, but they'll soon figure themselves out. Bus stop still there. Okay, right, good stuff. Right, let's just very quickly see if I can fill that last little bit in. And then, oh, gonna have to cut it. This has been a long episode. There we go. We'll still have a look at doing something over there. But over here, where are we? People have been screaming at me that the orange is still here. It turns out it's a bit of sand, I think. So we can go to this, and we can go to restore, and we can do that, and it's gone. I actually saw it go a little then as well. Let's just, oops, I didn't want to do that much because we need to come and tidy this area up actually at some point. But for now, there we go. That should have got rid of the weird little orange blob. So I apologise for that. I know it's took a long time. Wow, that's upgraded pretty impressively, isn't it? That was you were meant to stay as like a little flower stall. You were cinema. Might have to do something about that. Okay, let's quickly let's run the game a sec and see what happens at the concerts. Where are you? Down here. We have no visitors. Fantastic. Security budget. Expenses. Okay, so what's this? Ad campaign. Advertise the festival to attract more visitors. A premium studio allows the bands to practice and record albums with high quality equipment. Premium studio will increase the chances of a successful. Okay, so let's turn that on. Oh, and that costs us now $3,000 a week. Okay, and that costs us $9,000 a week. Wow. Okay, so let's just go for a little because that is going to cost us a lot. So here we go. 6 concerts played. So do they just run normally, or do we have to actually turn on a concert? couple of people are hanging around. So what do these do? Oh, that's the ticket price. Okay, so it looks like they just sort of come and go. Can we change? Oh, we can change the colour or something. Oh yeah, the colour of the top of it. Okay, cool. Let's have a nice, nice deep red then. See if we can do that. There we go. People are showing up. A lot of dogs coming to the concert, which is interesting. Don't know how we actually begin the show, or if it's just like a time thing. There's a lot of people turned up for this now, and the car park's working. I mean, it's not busy, but there's this little guy here. He's pretty happy. I wonder where he's gone. He's going to Hotel Hire. Wow, that's a mile away. Alright, cool. Well, as long as you're happy. There we go. Alright, cool. Well, you know, I don't want to sit here and wait for a show because the video's already 35 minutes long. Jesus. So, we'll leave it there. But there we go. We've got a nice little concert area set up. Like I say, it's a bit overkill at the minute, but once this thing is leveled up, I think it will be a little bit more suitable. That's kind of my hope anyway, because like I said, this levels up and becomes a bigger concert ground as it goes on. But so far, it looks pretty neat, doesn't it? Cool. Right, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have, you can give us a like. It really does help out the channel. And if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. Any thoughts, queries, or suggestions, pop them down in the comments. Fancy a chat, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Jonty Sparrow. And, of course, don't forget our Geekism community over on Discord. You'll find the link in the description. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.